Oliveira fans are arguably the most loyal soldiers in MMA. They'll stick by Charles through fire and water. The only catch? They think he's one win away from the belt every single time. They tend to ignore the actual rankings and fight every match with massive hearts and even bigger delusions. Sometimes they just leave reality behind entirely. Jon Jones Fans. Since 2008, Jones fans have mastered the art of separating his cage skills from his, let's call them, extracurricular activities. No matter what happens outside the octagon, they forget and forget. To them, the resume is the only thing that matters, and that resume says he's the undisputed GOAT, period. Conor McGregor fans. The Mac Life crew is still holding out hope that Conor will return, skip the line, and get an immediate title shot. They're passionate, but the flame is flickering. They're convinced he's the most important figure in UFC history, and they'll take it to the grave that if he just had one more rematch, he'd definitely beat Khabib. Khabib fans. Since UFC 218, this fan base has multiplied like crazy. To them, Khabib isn't just a fighter, he's the standard for human perfection. You'll find them in the comments of every single MMA post on Instagram, reminding everyone that Eagle is the GOAT. Let's be real, they're probably the most feared and most hated fan group in the game. Alex Poatan Pereira fans. This group has a vocabulary of exactly one word: Chama. They appeared out of nowhere the second Alex touched UFC gold and have been breeding at an alarming rate ever since. Wherever Poatan goes, a sea of fans follows. He's not just a fighter, he's a lifestyle. Ilia Topuria fans. Ilia fans are convinced Ilia could knock out a heavyweight with a single jab. They have absolute, unshakable faith that he'll be the first fighter to hold belts in 3 divisions. They're currently counting down the seconds until he gets his hands on Islam Makhachev. Islam fans. Take the Khabib fans, add a dash of respect the current champ, and you get Islam fans. They're 100% certain Islam is the P for Peking, and that no human on the planet can stop him. They don't just hope he wins, they expect it as a law of nature. Khamzat fans. Khamzat fans are the most patient people on earth. They've been waiting for him to become champion since his debut, and now that he's finally done it, they've reached enlightenment. No matter how long he goes without fighting, they've always got a list of excuses ready to protect their boars. Dustin Poirier fans. Being a Diamond fan is a life of pure suffering. They've watched Dustin's legendary character and heart, only to see him get choked out in the biggest moments. But for these fans, the belt doesn't matter. It's about the man, the grit, and the hot sauce. Justin Gaethje fans. Gaethje fans are living their best life right now. Following the events of UFC 324, they've got their sights on Ilia Topuria. They're literally dreaming of Gaethje dismantling Ilia at the White House. These people don't want a match, they want a car crash, and Justin always delivers. Sean O'Malley fans. The Suga state is mostly populated by 10 to 18-year-olds with neon-colored hair. At one point, they were convinced Sean was the second coming of McGregor. They've since learned their lesson and been humbled a bit, but they're still here for the vibes and the highlight reels.